data types and factors. In this tutorial, we will learn how to find types of vectors, identify categorical variables, use factor and levels function. To understand this tutorial, you should know data frames in R, how to set working directory in RStudio. If not, please locate the relevant tutorials on R on this website. This tutorial is recorded on Ubuntu Linux OS version 16.04, R version 3.4.4, RStudio version 1.1.456. Install R version 3.2.0 or higher. For this tutorial, we will use a data frame captaincy-data.csv and a script file myfactor.r. Please download these files from the code files link of this tutorial. I have downloaded and moved these files to data types folder. This folder is located in my project folder on my desktop. I have also set this folder as my working directory. In our programming language, variables are not declared as some data type. Variables are assigned with R objects. The data type of the R object becomes the data type of the variable. It means everything in R is an object. The frequently used R objects are vectors, lists, matrices, factors, and data frames. The simplest of these objects is the vector object. Our language has the following atomic vector types: logical, integer, numeric, complex, and character. By atomic, we mean that vector holds the data of a single data type. Now we will learn how to declare these vector types. Let us switch to RStudio. On the console window, type test data with capital D. Press Alt and hyphen keys simultaneously. Now type true in capitals. Press enter. Now type class and then test data in parentheses. Press enter. Observe that the data type shown here is logical. Now type test data. Press Alt and hyphen keys simultaneously. Type within double quotes true in capitals. Now type class and then test data in parentheses. Press enter. Press enter at the end of every command. Observe that the data type shown here is character. Note that R considers true as logical data and true within double quotes as character data. Data types. Now we will learn about numeric data type. In this tutorial, we will learn how to. For this, we will assign a value of 12 to our test data. Identify categorical variables. We will modify the previous command. Click in the console window and press the up arrow key twice. This tutorial, you should know the command with test data appears. Delete the word true in capitals. In RStudio. Now type 12 if not and press enter. Relevant tutorials on type class on website and then test data in parentheses. Recorded on press enter. Linux OS. The data type shown here is numeric. R version 3. Now we will assign a value of 12.5 to our test data. 1.456. In the console window, press the up arrow key. Locate the command with test data
For this
and
tutorial,
assign
we will use
12.5 to
a
this
data
variable.
frame captaincy
Press
data.csv
enter. Now type
and
class
a script
and
file
then test data in
myfactor.r.
parentheses.
Please download
The data type
these files
is shown
from the
again
code
as
files link
numeric.
of this tutorial.
Here
I have
R considers
downloaded and
both
moved
12
these
and
files to
12.5
data types
as
folder.
numeric.
This folder
In order
is
to
located
declare
in
an
my
integer
project
variable
folder
in
on
R,
my
we will
desktop.
invoke the
I have
as.integer
also
function.
set this folder
In the
as my
console
working
window,
directory.
type test data,
In our
press
programming
Alt
language,
and hyphen
variables
keys
are
simultaneously.
not declared as some data
Now
type.
type as dot integer
Variables
and
are assigned
in
with
parentheses
R
12.
objects. The data type
Now type
of the
class
R object becomes the
and
data
then
type of
test
the variable.
data in parentheses.
It means everything
The
in
data
R
type
is
is
an
shown
object.
as integer.
The
We can also declare an
objects
integer by appending an
vectors,
L suffix.
lists,
On the console window, type the
matrices,
following commands.
factors.
Again, the data type shown
data
is
frames.
integer.
The
To
simplest
know
of
more
these
about the
objects
vector
is the
types,
vector
please
object.
refer to the additional material
Our
section
language
on
has
this
the following
website.
atomic vector types:
Open the script myfactor.r.
integer,
I am resizing the source
numeric,
window.
complex,
Run this script
and
by clicking
character.
on source
By
button.
atomic, we mean that
I am resizing the
vector holds
source
the
window.
data of a single data type.
Captaincy opens in the
Now,
source
we
window.
will learn how to declare
Let us
these vector
find the
types.
data type for the data in each
Let
column
us
of
switch to
captaincy
RStudio.
using str function.
On the console window, type
Click on the
test
script
with capital
myfactor.r.
D.
In the source
Press
window,
Alt and
type
hyphen keys
str
simultaneously.
and within parentheses captaincy.
Now type true in
Save the
capitals.
script and run
Press
the current
enter.
line by pressing
Now
Ctrl
type
plus
class
enter keys
and then
simultaneously.
test data in parentheses.
I am resizing the console
Press
window.
enter.
On the console,
Observe that
the details
data
of
type
captaincy
shown here
are
is
shown.
Logical.
There are
Now
6
type
observations
test
of
data.
9 variables.
Press
The
Alt
structure
and
of
hyphen
names
key
in the
simultaneously.
captaincy is denoted as factor.
Type within double quotes.
In our
true
language,
in capitals.
factors are data objects.
Now type class
They are used
and
to
then
categorize
test
the data
in
and store
parentheses.
it as levels.
Press enter.
Factors
Press
are
enter
variables
at the end of
which take
every
on a
command.
limited number of different
Observe that
values.
The data type shown here
They are
is
often
character.
referred to as categorical
Note that
variables.
R considers true
Let
as
us
logical
switch
data
to RStudio.
and true within
Click
double
on
quotes
captaincy
as
data
character
frame.
data. Now
I
we will
am
learn
resizing the
about
source
numeric
window.
data type.
We will look
For
at the
this,
data
we will
in
assign
names
a
column
value of
of
12 to
captaincy.
our test data.
Click on the script
We will modify the
myfactor.r.
previous command.
In the source
Click in
window,
the console
type
window
print
and press
within
the up arrow
parentheses
key twice.
captaincy $sign
The
names.
command with test data
Here
appears.
$sign is used to
Delete the
extract
word
elements
true
by
in
name.
capitals.
Run the current
Now
line.
type 12
The names of
and
the
press
captains
enter.
are shown in the console window.
Type class
Also,
and
the
then
levels are
test
shown.
data in parentheses.
Levels are distinct
Press
values
enter.
in a factor.
The data
Our
type
language
shown here
considers
is
names
numeric.
as a factor.
Now
Click
we will
on
assign a
captaincy
value
data
of
frame.
12.5
Names
to our
should be
test
of
data.
character data type.
In the console window,
We
press
will
the
change
up arrow
its
key.
type from factor
Locate
to
the
character.
command with test data
Click on the script
and assign
myfactor.r.
12.5 to this
In the source
variable.
window, type captaincy
Press enter.
$sign
Now
names.
type class
Press Alt
and
and
then
hyphen
test
keys
data in
simultaneously.
parentheses.
Now type
The data
as
type
dot
is shown
character
again as
within
numeric.
parentheses captaincy
Here
$sign
R considers
names.
both 12 and 12.5
Now we will check the
as
variable
numeric.
type of names
In
again.
order to declare
In
an
the source
integer
window,
variable
type
in R, we will
str
invoke the as
and
dot
captaincy
integer
in
function.
parentheses.
In the console window,
Run the last
test
two
data,
lines.
press
I
Alt
am
and hyphen
resizing the
keys
source window.
simultaneously. Now type
Now the
as
type of
dot
names
integer
is changed
and
to
in
character.
parentheses 12.
Let us learn how to identify
type
a
class
categorical variable.
and then
Click on
test data
Captaincy
in
Data Frame.
parentheses. The data
I
type
am
is shown
resizing the
as
console
integer.
window.
We can also
Formats
declare an
represents
integer
the number
by
of
appending
cricket
an
formats
suffix.
played by a captain.
On the console
There are
window,
3
type the
formats
following
of cricket
commands.
played at the international
Again,
level.
the data type shown is
Test
integer.
matches, 1D
To know more
internationals
about the
and
vector types,
2020
please refer to
internationals.
the additional material section
Accordingly,
on this
formats
website.
can take one of 3 distinct
Open the
values,
script myfactor.r.
1, 2 or
I
3.
am resizing the source
Observe
window.
that formats in Captaincy
Run
should be a
this script
categorical
by
variable.
clicking on source button.
At this instant, the variable
am
type of
resizing the
formats
source
is
window.
set as integer.
Captaincy
Now we will
opens
change
in
the
source
type of
window.
formats from
Let
integer
us
to
find the
factor.
data type for
Click
the
on
data
the
in
script
each column of Captaincy
myfactor.r.
using
In the
str
source
function.
window, type
Click on the
Captaincy
script
$sign formats.
myfactor.r.
Press
In the
Alt
source
and
window,
hyphen keys
type
simultaneously.
str and within parentheses
Type
Captaincy.
factor within
Save the
parentheses
script
Captaincy
and
$sign
run the current
formats.
line by pressing Ctrl
Factor
plus
function
keys
is used to
simultaneously.
create a factor.
I am resizing the
Now
console window.
type str
On the console,
and in
the
parentheses
details of
Captaincy.
are shown.
Run
There
the
are
last 2
6
lines.
observations of 9
Formats
variables.
is shown as factor with
The
3
structure of
different
names
levels,
in the
1,
Captaincy
2 and
is
3.
denoted as factor.
These levels
In our
are
language,
of character
factors
type.
are data objects.
So a factor's levels
They are used
are always
to categorize
character
the data
values.
and store it as levels.
We can also check the levels
Factors
of a
are
factor
variables
variable
which
using
take on a
levels
limited
function.
number of different values.
In the source window, type
They are often
levels
referred to as categorical
within
variables.
parentheses Captaincy
Let us
$sign
switch to
formats.
RStudio. Click on
Run the current
Captaincy
line.
data frame.
The levels of
I am
formats
resizing
are
the
shown
source
as
window.
1, 2, 3.
We will look at the data.
We can
in those
also
columns
change the
of
values of
Captaincy.
levels using
Click on
levels
the script
function.
myfactor.r.
Let us change the levels of
source window,
formats
type
from 1, 2, 3
within
in
parentheses
digits to
Captaincy
1, 2,
$sign
3
names.
in words.
Here,
In the source
$sign
window,
is used
type the
to
following
extract
command.
elements by name.
Press
Run
enter.
the current line.
Now
The
type
names
print
of the captains are shown in the
within
console
parentheses Captaincy
window.
$sign
Also, the levels
formats.
are shown.
Save the
Levels
script
are distinct
and
values
run
in
the
a
last
factor.
2 lines.
Our language considers
The values and
names
levels
as a
of
factor.
formats have been changed.
Click on Captaincy data
Let us
frame.
summarize what
Names
we have
should
learned.
be of character
In
data
this
type.
tutorial, we have learned how
We will
to
change
find
its
types
type
of
from
vectors,
factor to character.
identify categorical
Click on the
variables,
script myfactor.r.
use factor and
In the
levels
source
function.
window, type Captaincy
We now suggest an
$sign
assignment.
names. Press
Using
Alt and
built-in
hyphen
dataset
keys
iris,
simultaneously.
find out the categorical
Now
variables.
type as dot character.
Can you find the
within
variable
parentheses
which is categorical
Captaincy
but R
$sign
reads as
names.
numeric? If yes,
Now
change
we will
it to
check the
categorical.
variable type of names.
The
Again,
video at the following link
in the source
summarizes
window,
the spoken
type
tutorial
str
project.
and
Please
Captaincy
download
in
and watch
parentheses.
it. We conduct
Run the
workshops
last 2 lines.
using spoken tutorials and give
I am
certificates.
resizing the source window.
Please contact us.
Now the type of
Please
names
post
is
your
changed
timed
to
queries
character.
in this forum.
Let us learn how to
Please
identify
post
a
your general
categorical
queries
variable.
in this forum.
Click on
The FOSSEE
Captaincy
team
data
coordinates the TBC project.
frame. I am resizing the
For
console
more
window.
details, please visit these sites.
Formats
The
represents
Spoken
number
Tutorial
of
project
cricket
is
formats
funded by
played by a captain.
MHRD, Government
There
of
are
India.
3 formats of cricket.
The
played
script
at
for
the
this
international
tutorial
level.
was contributed by Sheikh
Test
Samir,
matches,
FOSSEE Fellow
1D
2018.
internationals and 2020
This is
internationals.
Sudhakar Kumar from IIT Bombay
Accordingly,
signing off.
formats can take
Thanks
one
for
of 3
watching.
distinct values.
Welcome to
1,
the spoken
2 or
tutorial
3.
on lists and
Observe
its
that
operations.
Formats in Captaincy
In this
should be a
tutorial,
categorical
we will
variable.
learn how to
At this
create
instant,
a
the
list in
variable
R,
type of formats is set
access
as integer.
the elements of a list,
Now we will change the type
perform
of formats
indexing
from
on
integer
lists,
to factor.
combine
Click on
two
the script
lists.
myfactor.r.
To understand this tutorial,
Source
you should
window,
know
type
data frames in R,
$sign formats.
matrices
Press
and
Alt and
vectors
hyphen
in
keys
R.
simultaneously.
If not, please locate
Type
the
factor
relevant tutorials on
within
R
parentheses,
on this
capital
website.
C, $sign
This
formats.
tutorial is recorded on
Factor
Ubuntu
function
Linux
is used
OS
to create
version
factor.
16.04,
Now
R
type
version
str
3.4.4,
and in parentheses
RStudio
capital C.
version
Run the last
1.1.456.
Format each
Install
phone as
R
factor
version
with three different
3.2.0
levels, 1,
or
2,
higher.
and 3.
For this tutorial, we will
These
use
levels are of
a data
character
frame
type.
captaincy data
So,
dot
a
csv
factor's levels are always
and
character
a script
values.
file mylist.r.
We can also check the
Please
levels of
download
factor
these
variables
files
using
from the code
levels
files
function.
link of this tutorial.
In the source window, type
I have
levels
downloaded and moved
within
these files
parentheses,
to lists
capital
folder.
C, $sign formats.
This folder is located in my
Run
project
the
folder
correct line.
on my desktop.
The levels
I
of
have
formats
also
are shown
set
as
this
1,
folder
2,
as my
3.
working directory.
We can also
Let us
change the
switch to
values of
RStudio.
levels using
Open the
levels
script
function.
mylist.r
Let us
in
change the
RStudio.
levels of formats from 1
I am
to
resizing
3
the source
in
window.
digits to 1, 2,
Run
3 in
this
words.
script by clicking
In
on
the
source
window,
button.
type the following command.
Captaincy data frame opens in the
Press
source
enter.
window.
Now type
Now
print
let us create a matrix from a
in
subset of
parentheses,
captaincy.
$sign
We
format.
will convert the values
Save the
in
script
first three rows
and
of
run the
played,
last two
won
lines.
and lost columns into a
The
matrix.
values and levels of formats have
Click
been
on the
changed.
script
Let
mylist.r.
us summarize
In the
what we
source
have
window,
learned.
type the following
In this
commands.
tutorial, we have
Press
learned
enter.
how to find
Press
types
enter
of
at the
vectors,
end of every command.
identify categorical
Remember,
variables,
as.matrix function
use
is used to
factor and
convert
levels
subdata into a matrix.
We now suggest an assignment.
Now let us create a numeric vector
Using built-in
myvector.
dataset arrays, find
In
out
the source
categorical
window,
variables.
type the following command.
Can you find
Save the
variable
script
which is categorical
and run
but
the
R
last
reads
three
as
lines
numeric?
of code by pressing
If yes,
Ctrl
change it
plus
to
Enter
categorical.
keys simultaneously.
The video at the following link
I am
summarizes
resizing the
spoken
source
tutorial
window.
project.
The three objects
download and
subdata,
watch
matrix A
We
and
conduct
myvector
workshops,
are
lead
loaded
spoken
in our
tutorials,
workspace.
and give certificates.
We will learn how to create a
Please
list in
contact
R
us.
by using the list function.
Please post your timed
A
queries
list in
this
R
forum.
is an object.
Please post
It has
your general
components of
queries in
mixed
this
data
forum.
types like
The FOSSEE team coordinates
strings,
the PBC project.
numbers,
For more details,
vectors,
please visit these sites.
some other list inside
The
it.
spoken tutorial project
A
is
list
funded
can
by
also contain
MHRD,
a matrix
Government
or a
of
function as its elements.
India. The script for this
A
tutorial was
vector
contributed
having
by
all
Sheikh
elements
Samir,
of the same
FOSSEE
type
Fellow,
is called
2018.
atomic vector.
This is
Whereas
Prabhakar Kumar
a
from
vector
IIT
having
Bombay
elements
signing
of
off.
different type is
Thanks
called
for watching.
list. Let us
Welcome
switch to
the spoken
RStudio.
tutorial on
We will create a list
and its
containing
operations.
captaincy,
In
matrix
this tutorial,
A and
we will learn
myvector.
how to create
I
a
am
list in
resizing
R,
the source window.
access the elements
In the
of a
source
list,
window, type the following command.
perform indexing
Now
on
we will
lists,
assign names to the
combine
elements
two
of
lists.
my list.
To
For
understand
this, we will
tutorial,
use
you
names
should know
function.
data
In the
frames
source
in
window,
R,
type the following command.
matrices and
We will
vectors
assign
in R.
the following names.
If not, please locate
Data
the
frame
relevant
to
tutorials
captaincy.
on R on this website.
Matrix to matrix A.
This tutorial is
Vector
recorded
to
on
myvector.
Ubuntu Linux OS
In the source
version
window, now type
16.04.
print mylist
R
in parentheses.
version 3.4.4.
Run the last three lines of code.
RStudio version 1.1.456.
I am resizing the console window.
Install
In the console
R
window,
version
three elements of
3.2.0
mylist are
or
shown
higher.
with their respective
For this
names.
tutorial, we will use
Hence,
a
my
data
list
frame
is a named
captaincy
list.
data.csv.
Now we will learn how
and
to
a
access
script
the
file
elements of a list.
mylist.r.
I am
Please
resizing the
download
console
these
window.
files from the code files
Elements
page
of the
this
list
tutorial.
can be accessed by the index of
I
the
have
elements in the
downloaded
list.
and moved these files
It is
to
also
lists
known
folder.
as indexing.
This folder
In case of
is
named
located
lists,
in my
it
project
can also
folder
be
on my
accessed
desktop.
by using the names.
I have also set
Suppose
this
we
folder
want to
as
access
my
the
working
element
directory.
named as data frame
Let
in my
us
list.
switch to RStudio.
In the source
Open
window,
the script
type mylist
mylist.r in
data
RStudio.
frame. Run the current
I am
line.
resizing the
Captaincy
source window.
data frame, which is an element of
Run
my
this
list,
script
is shown
by
on the
clicking
console.
on source button.
We can also
Captaincy
access
data
an
frame
element
opens
by
in the
using its
source
index.
window. Now,
Suppose
let us
we want
create
to
a
access the
matrix
element
from a
named
subset of
matrix
capital
of
C.
my list.
We will convert
Index
the
of
values
matrix is
first
2
three
in my
rows
list.
of played, 1
In the source
and lost
window,
columns
type
into a
mylist
matrix.
and 2 in square brackets.
Click on the script
Run the current
mylist.r.
line.
In the source
Matrix
window,
element
type
of
the following
mylist
commands.
is shown on the console.
Press enter.
Now suppose
Press enter
we want
at
to
the end
access
of
the
every
third
command.
column of matrix
Remember,
element of mylist.
as.matrix function
For this,
is
we
used to
use
convert
double square
subdata
brackets.
into a matrix.
In the source
Now,
window,
let us
type the
create
following
a
command.
numeric vector, myVector.
2 in double square brackets
In the source
denotes
window,
that
type the
second
following
element of my list is
Save
to be
the script
accessed.
and run
Comma
the
3
last
in
three
single
lines of
square
code
brackets
by pressing
denotes that
Control
third
plus
column
Enter
of
keys
second element
simultaneously.
is to be accessed.
I am
Remember,
resizing
we
the
use
source
single
window.
square bracket notation with
The
2
three
indices
objects,
for indexing a
subdata,
data frame.
matrix A and myVector
First
are
index
loaded
and
in
second
our
index
workspace.
refer to row and
We will
column
learn
respectively.
How to create a list in
Also,
R by
leaving
using the
an
list
index
function.
blank indicates that
A list
we
in
want
R
to keep
is
all
an
the elements
object.
in that dimension.
It has components of
Run the
mixed
current
data
line.
types like
The elements of third column of
strings,
matrix element are displayed
numbers,
on the console.
vectors.
Now let us learn how
some other
to combine
lists inside
two
it.
different lists.
A list can also
First,
contain
we will
a
create a
matrix
simple
or
list.
a function as
In the
its
source
elements.
window, type the following command.
A vector having all
Save the
elements
script
of the same
and
type
run
is
the
called
current line.
atomic vector.
Now we
Whereas
declare an
a
object
vector
named
having elements of
merged.list.
different type is called list.
It is used for storing the
Let us
combined
switch
output
to
of
RStudio.
mylist and
We will
list
create a
sample.
list containing
In the source
captaincy,
window, type
matrix
the
A
following
and
commands.
myVector.
Save the script and
I am
run the
resizing
last
the
3
source
lines of
window.
code.
In the
I
source
am
window,
maximizing
type
the
following
console
command.
window.
Now we will
Scroll up
assign
to
names
locate the
to
output.
the elements of my
The
list.
combined list is shown
For
on
this,
the
we
console.
will use names function.
Let us
In the source
summarize
window,
what
type
we
the
have
following
learned.
command.
In this tutorial,
assign
we have
the
learned
following
how
names.
to create a list in R,
Data frame to
access
captaincy,
the elements of a list,
matrix
perform
to matrix
indexing
A,
on lists,
vector
combine
to myVector.
two lists.
In the source
We now
window,
suggest
now
an assignment.
type print my
Create
list
a
in
numeric vector
parentheses.
1 to
Run
5
the last
and a
3
5
lines
by
of
3
code.
matrix with elements from
I am
1 to
resizing the
15.
console window.
Create a named list with
In the
vector,
console window,
matrix
3
and
elements of
iris
my
dataset.
list